Good morning everyone. This is Hemlata BR, Assistant Professor of English, Government First Grade College of Arts, Science, Commerce and Management, Sira. This college is affiliated to Tumkur University. Today, let me teach you the short story, The Finest Story in the World. It is written by Joseph Rudyard Kipling. The Finest Story in the World, written by Rudyard Kipling. Joseph Kipling was born 30th December 1865 and died on 18 January 1936. He was an English journalist, short story writer, poet and novelist. Joseph Kipling was an English journalist, short story writer, a poet and novelist. He was born in India, which inspired much of his work. Kipling's works of fiction include The Jungle Book, Kim, and short stories including The Man Who Would Be King. The story was published in Contemporary Review of July 1891. It includes the poem Song of the Galley Slaves, later collected in the Songs from Books section of the Sussex and Barwash editions. The story has been both popular and admired by critics, though Carrington uses it to argue how much more richly polyphonic is wireless later on. Traffics and Discoveries, it was written in 1904. Rudyard Kipling's literary career began in journalism, but his prose sketches and verse brought him early fame. He wrote several novels, most lastingly Kim, it was written in 1901, and he also wrote works of history, including a study of his son's military regiment from World War I. In his lifetime as well as posthumously, however, his fame depended upon his poetry and short stories, both of which he wrote for adult audiences and for children. Kipling's autobiography, Something of Myself, For My Friends Known and Unknown, which was written in 1937, was published after his death. Let us know the introduction to the story, The Finest Story in the World. His name was Charles Mears. He was the only son of his mother, who was a widow, and he lived in the north of London, coming into the city every day to work in a bank. He was 20 years old and was full of aspirations. I met him in a public billiard saloon where the marker called him by his first name, and he called the marker Bullesy. Charlie explained a little nervously that he had only come to the place to look on, and since looking on at games of skill is not a cheap amusement for the young, I suggested that Charlie should go back to his mother. I hear that his narrator suggested Charlie to go back to his mother. The narrator meets a young bank clerk, Charles Mears, who longs to be a writer and seeks his advice. Charlie seems a commonplace and not particularly imaginative young man, but partly written and partly in conversation. He produces strangely powerful accounts of sea voyages in the ancient world by a Viking adventurer on a voyage to America and by a Greek galley slave. He gives vivid details including fragment of script which turned out to be corrupt Greek. The narrator becomes convinced that rather than creating these stories, Charlie is resembling past lives and that it is such recollections that feed the mysterious processes of creative imagination. Another friend, a sophisticated Bengali, Girish Chandar, confirms that this must be the case, but warns that when Charlie falls in love, the threads from the past will be broken. Charlie remembers two previous incarnations, one of a Greek galley and one on a Viking ship that sailed to America. Girish Chandar says that he, believing in reincarnation, is afraid to be kicked but not afraid to die. But you are afraid to die if you were not by God. Your English would be all over the shop in an hour, upsetting the balances of power. But the story does not propose a complex theology. It seems reasonable to suppose that because the story introduces the Bengali Grish Chandra, its notion of reincarnation comes from Hindu ideas which Kipling would have encountered at least in conversation with his father in Lahore. But the story also references Wordsworth's immortality ode and therefore indirectly sources like Plato's Phaedrus. So the concept is general rather than specific. This is an introduction to the story, The Finest Story of the World, written by Kipling, and let us discuss the story in detail in the next session. Thank you.